Well, you know, we've talked a lot here on San Diego Living about how Western medicine seems to be rediscovering things that other parts of the world have known for a long time when it comes to treating disease, staying healthy. Things like, you know, acupuncture come to mind, good nutrition. We talked about that earlier this morning. But right now we're going to talk about creativity and how that can actually help you heal. Dr. John Diamond joins us here this morning. I was just, you know, we were chatting and I said, well, have you authored a few books? And you said, oh, 25.
I think it's 25.
That's a few.
Yeah.
Tell me about your background just briefly.
Well,
you were telling me you were a medical doctor for how many years?
Oh, I've been involved in medicine about 55 years. And I started off in psychiatry till I saw the light. And so I've worked for many years now with more healing than treating, and very much involved with the total person, and very much involved with creativity as a way of getting inside people to what really matters.
You know, I'll just share with you that I've noticed here that just as you started talking, people around the studio have leaned in and started listening. Because this really is, it's a fascinating topic.
Well,
when you start talking about how we might be able to find different approaches to being healthy.
Exactly.
And things that are far less invasive, things that are much easier than we ever thought possible.
And we do it ourselves.
Ourselves.
It's what we do, yeah.
That we heal ourselves. Now, I've heard good physicians say before that I don't actually heal anybody. I help the patient heal themselves.
It's the healing power within. Hippocrates talked about this. Nothing has changed. The Chinese knew this thousands of years ago. The Greeks. It's nothing new. We have some modern treatments which are very effective for disease, but not for the person. And as you sort of, over the years you see more and more patients and more suffering, you realize there's so much more than just the physical. You can cure the illness, but not the person with the illness.
What point in your career, when you were practicing traditional psychiatry?
Well, sort of.
Well,
I never was traditional.
Never totally traditional. But at what point in your career did you say, wait a second, there's got to be more here. We're missing something.
I can tell you exactly. It was 1958.
Really?
Before you were born. 1958.
Only 3 years before I was born. No, actually, I was born in 55.
Well, when you were 3 years old.
I was 3 years old, okay.
But what happened then, I had two patients in neurosurgery in adjoining beds, both 24, both paralyzed from the waist down from motorbike accidents. They got the same hospital infection, because hospitals tend to give people infections.
Right.
And within a week, on the same antibiotic, one was cured and one was dead. And I said to my supervisor, what's the difference? He said, well, some people have got it and some haven't got it.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I started to look at what was this it. And that led me over the years into more and more creativity. Back in 1960, I worked in a mental hospital where we got patients who'd been there for 20 and 30 years. We got out with creativity.
Now, when you say creativity, that could mean so many things. Now, I know you talk about, you have an art exhibit that's actually two in San Diego at the moment, and you're based out of New York. So for your work to be exhibited here is just far-reaching, obviously coast to coast.
Well,
somebody's paying attention.
Yeah, well, I'm in Australia and Japan and other places too. But it's all to do with helping a person go inside and find what really matters to them in life, and how to say to enthusiastically, passionately, wholeheartedly, and gratefully embrace all their life.
Now, in your case, is it painting?
Well, no. In my case, it's painting, yes, but it's also poetry, it's also writing, it's also dance, it's music, photography, everything, being creative in all areas. That's what we encourage.
That's just fascinating.
And these exhibitions are on the painting, but there's so much more.
If I wanted to just direct folks in like the 30 seconds that we have left to find out more about this, if it's just to pique their interest, where's the best place for me to send them?
There's two places. It's at the Balboa Park now, the Japanese Memorial Gardens, and starting tomorrow at Galleria Yarn in Prospect Street in La Jolla.
In La Jolla.
Yeah.
And will you be able to stop by at any time during the exhibits to wander through and say hello to people?
Oh, please, yes, absolutely.
I think they would love that. Dr. John Diamond, thank you so much for coming in and
you.
sharing this morning. I really want folks to come out and see the work and explore more about creativity and being healthy.
Thanks so much.
Thank you for coming in. All right, let me get over to Renee now, and I want to change gears just a little bit.